go even further beyond!
Yeah, my name's Zakashi, and in this video we're going to be covering the event Final Showdown, the Otherworld tournament. This is Battle 51, the most difficult battle of the whole event, and when I tell you it's absolutely stupid, like, it's crazy how difficult this thing is, but it's clearable, it's very clearable. And hopefully you read the disclaimer, because it's an important disclaimer that's actually going to affect your play in the actual battle. And here I'm just showing you, I showed you the team formation. That's what you usually do at the start. Here are the other units. I don't usually talk in these type of videos, which is why there's text on the side. Like, if I was just explaining, I wouldn't necessarily need to put text. But for this specific battle, I actually found it very difficult myself. I did clear it, and I did clear the challenge, as you can see, because it has the clear and whatnot. But I feel like a lot of people are going to struggle on this battle specifically. So I wanted to go through what I did. But this first battle here, I'm going to show you literally, it's just like me having decent units, I guess, and getting lucky through RNG and whatnot. I was using a fusion team, so it's not exactly the best team to actually give a guide for, because a lot of people are not going to have Vegito Blue, Kefla at that as well, and the yellow transforming Super Vegito. But, I mean, yeah, Super Vegito, sorry. The yellow transforming Super Vegito. I thought I said that wrong. But, basically in this strategy, is basically what I usually tend to advise, is that you start with a unit that doesn't have type advantage, use their Vanish Step, and then once you Vanish Step, you actually switch out, and then you switch out to a unit that has type advantage. So in this case, Pycon usually starts, so I would start with someone like Vegito Blue, or the yellow transforming Vegito, then switch out to Kefla. That would be the ideal move to do, so that I can get a full combo of Kefla, still have a Vanish Step available for her after I've done that first combo, and then maybe, luckily, if I'm lucky, be able to get a Vanish Step where I can actually get another combo out, and then I can deal even more damage. It's way more efficient than just starting with Kefla, wasting the Vanish Step, and then trying to get only one combo off. Like, that's not a very smart play, which is why I do it like that. Then the next thing you want to focus on is who you're targeting your Rise and Rush to. So in this case, I targeted at Pycon, because Kaioken Goku is way stronger than Pycon for one, and the amount of damage that I can deal to him is much less. So I made sure that if I got Pycon out the way, it would just be 3v1, and it's just much easier to fight like that. And if you can, you want to try get the Rise and Rush on Pycon before he's transformed. I noticed that obviously he's going to be weaker before he's transformed, so make sure you do that. But besides from that, it's just a continuous Vanish Step and try get an attack off. You're playing very defensive because the AI is very intelligent for the most part. But even though I'm explaining this now, this is what I would usually advise, and this is what I was trying to do at the start. But I realized that this is very inefficient, and a lot of people are not going to be able to follow this, because for one, it's very luck based, and this battle is actually much more difficult than it usually is. So that's just something I wanted to voice, but I'm going to teach you something else in this second attempt. Now the same thing applies. You can use the units that I gave at the start, the substitute units for the team formation that I had. I'm going to be using the God Key team, because the God Key team's pretty good. But whatever team you use, as long as they're full soul boosted, you'd actually be able to do it with this technique. Now this technique is something that a lot of people do. I have a video, an actual tutorial dropping on it. I should have dropped it much earlier, but I'm going to drop it today. I think at 3 PM. I'll schedule it for 3 PM. But I'm going to upload this as soon as I can. But basically what you want to do is you're putting the AI in a lock. You're basically binding them in a way that they don't know how to escape out of it. And it's not exactly a thing where you continue the combo. You literally just use a card and then you dash forward. Now the tutorial, I'm going to go into more detail about it, but what you just got to make sure is that you'll stay in that mid range. If you go to close range, the enemy will be able to tap you or get a card off on you and just stop your card usage, your art card usage. So just make sure you stay mid range, if not long range. But if you're long range, you want to like float forward. That way you'd actually restore your Vanish Gorge, and you'd actually restore your key as well gradually, enough for you to get off multiple cards. And you can literally do this the whole way through until you get the battle finished. Like, use a Rise and Rush at your own timings. You still have Vanish Steps and whatnot, so just use your intelligence for when to Rise and Rush and whatnot. You won't be able to do it the whole game because you will run out of key, obviously. So use your Vanish Steps, and you have 3 units against 2. So what I was trying to do is I aimed my Rise and Rush at Pycon, like I said in the other gameplay. The same thing, because Pycon's weaker, so you want to get him out the way. Super Saiyan Goku Kaioken, he has breaks, so even if you Rise and Rushed him and was miraculously able to kill him in 1 Rise and Rush, you won't actually get him out the way. He will just get another bar. That was the biggest problem that I faced with Pycon. I mean with Goku. So I made sure that I got Pycon out the way first, so it could just be 3v1 instead of 3v2. Also, the disclaimer at the start, Pycon will be able to remove your Vanish Gorge at some point. I think Shallot is immune, but I'm not too sure about that. But besides from that, when that happens, you pretty much just have to be ready to switch out. It's just being wary of what's going on. Don't be too hesitant and whatnot. Like when you're just sidestepping so irrationally because you're trying to get that Vanish Step. Just stay calm and collected. You can see how I'm doing it there. I'm not even putting a lot of effort, literally gliding forward smoothly, just repeating an arts card. Look, right there, he's using his thing. My Gorge is gone. If I didn't do it, the dash forward thing, then I would have been done for practically. And I also had my main ability there from Vegeta, so I was able to get key. But yeah, that's all it is pretty much to this video. There's nothing much more than that. Like, I'm not even doing anything complicated. I don't have anything else to say. You could follow my beginning guide if this one isn't working for you, but I guarantee you that one's going to be much harder unless you're like a big whale, or you're just going to get hoping on luck. Like that one, the first time I did clear it, but it took me much more attempts. But I will say that if you do have Super Saiyan Goku Kaioken or Pycon, you're probably going to have a much easier time, because Goku's green and Pycon's red. That's direct type advantage towards these to the enemies right here, Pycon and Goku. So you'd have a pretty easy time. And then I advise you bring Shallot as well. Shallot's really good for this battle, I'm not gonna lie, because there's no boost units. He's better than I expected, honestly. And Vegeta Blue isn't all that, I'm not gonna lie. Kefla's better than Vegeta Blue for this event. But yeah, that's all I pretty much got to say for this video. Hopefully I helped you guys out. I don't usually speak for these tutorials, but I felt like I should for this one. If I did help you out or you're new here, make sure to press that subscribe button. I'll be uploading tutorials like this for every event, and I cover everything basically Dragon Ball Legends, so make sure that you're subscribed. If you have any questions, leave a comment. I get to all comments. All my social media links on the left: YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Reddit, Instagram, Discord. Links all in the description below. But yeah, I'm just gonna let this gameplay play out so you can see how I just finished it off. My name is Zakashi, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Take this! My turn! Magnificent power! Take this! Take this! About time! Following your move. Don't underestimate the Saiyans.
Ha! Did you really believe that would work?